Bẹ́gẹ́ bá wà láyé, a máa jẹ kòkòrò.
It's a shame. If they will own up to themselves, they will know that they brought this calamity on Oga. Because they could never tell him the truth. When we sit down amongst ourselves, we say, the moment you tell Oga the truth, they will block you. We can't do that. You can't do that to a man that you love. Tinubu knows if I was working for him, I would be one of the people going around looking for money for him, for his campaign. But rather, a parasite will sit down and be looking for how to take money from the leader. He knows I will go all over the world to get money for him, as long as I am convinced that we have kept those records straight. There is nothing wrong with not going to university. There is nothing wrong if you choose not to. But what the law of the land says is that you need minimum up to. I'm not even sure the law says you must pass school start, but it said up to school start level. So I assume that means you must have a school leaving certificate. That's all. And look at something that we would have kept within. We have now internationalized it. This humiliation and disgrace now is international. This is something that if we had limited ourselves to Nigeria, it would never have gone beyond Nigeria, and they could have maneuvered with good PR guys around. They would have polished it. They would have explained it. The man would have come out to apologize. I am sorry as a young man. I made mistake. There's nobody who has ever made mistake in his life. I made a mistake, but now I've atoned for it. I have done this, and I promise that moving forward, I will be a positive role model for other Nigerians. There is a way you pack. Even people will be crying watching you on television. But for as long as they continue this gra-gra, as long as they continue to dig deeper and deeper, this problem will not go away. If people think, there is nothing, Supreme Court cannot do anything, he's president, nobody can remove him, no president has ever been removed in Nigeria. That is what they call statistics. And that is, there is always a first time, there is a second time. So maybe this will be the first time. So we'll leave it to the justices of the Supreme Court to determine. And there is no way you can defend it. And all our social critics who used to attack other people, who used to demonstrate on the streets, suddenly, everybody is silent. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. At the end of this one, I don't think a lot of people will be able to talk about anything again. Well, it's not fair on us to criticize every other government, and because our friend is in government, then we cannot talk about him. It's not fair. They should go in. Look, today, if I am in Tinubu's shoes, people will say it's because you are not in his shoes. Wallahi, I will resign as honorably as possible. Someone told me today, there is nothing honorable in resigning at this stage. I said, no, there is nothing Nigerians will not forgive. People will applaud you. People will beg you. As bad as Donald Trump was with lack of decorum, there are people who are still dying for him today. There are people who want him today. So it's how you market yourself. But they will never tell you the truth. Today, if you say, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to come to this, and I've decided that I don't want to plunge my country into any form of chaos. I don't want, this kind of infamy, against my country. And as a patriotic citizen of Nigeria, I resign humbly, and I wish whoever takes over from me the best of luck. That will be it. It's a simple thing. But no, they will tell him, you can't do it. Those people, Tinubu has only to benefit from that presidency. He's suffering. Everybody who knows how difficult it is to run a country, we know that it is serious pain. And it's not getting any younger. So it's serious pain. It's those who are enjoying power on his behalf who will be goading him on and telling him that you cannot resign. So what do? Everybody who is making money does not want the person. So you are the victim, but you won't know it. They will tell you, "Hey, Babake, there is no human being like you." So anyway, shall be well. If you have other questions, please. Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Johnny Wednesday, the psycho fans. They will tell you not to happen. I'm a senior advocate of Nigeria. It's unbelievable. It's unfortunate. Now they are resorting to forging articles and putting words into. Yesterday, something that was written by Senator Shehu Sani, they put my name on top of it. Ali Baba sent it to me in the middle of the night. But this morning, did I write this? They had a bet, 100,000 naira. Ali Baba said Bobby would never write this, and Bobby does not write like this, and Bobby does not think like this. It's good for people to know your principle. He won the bet, 100,000. Because he knows me. He knows that, look, if I'm working for Tinubu, no Jupiter can come and drag me to go and work for Atiku. If I'm working for Atiku, there is nobody on this planet who can drag me to go and work for Tinubu. That's me. I can't. It's a matter of personal principle. We all need money. It's easier for me to go and work for a Tinubu if it's for money. But at my age 63 plus, what do I need? I just had my amala and okra and fish. That's all. How much is it? I won't sleep in more than one room. Even that one room is one corner of the bed. Your wife is in the middle somewhere, if she's around. That's all. What more can you do? What more? What more do you need? My mom, I was born poor in Ile-Ife in 1960. My father died when I was only 13 years old. My mother was a stark illiterate. I like to describe her because I'm very proud of her. But she knew the value of education. My mom was intelligent. My mom was brilliant. It's just that in those days, in the family, they sent only the male children to school. And so my mom was deprived of going to school. There is nothing to be ashamed of. I'm so proud of her. From the age of 13, my mom single-handedly brought me up, sent me through schools. I did school serve 3 times. I want to use my life as that shining example of the possibilities of God. I wanted to be a teacher, marry a teacher, and live happily thereafter. I never knew in my life I would be where I am today. So, there is nothing happening that has not happened to other people before. I got to Lagos at the age of 28. I didn't have where to stay in Lagos. In 1988, nowhere to stay. I started with my friend Bimbo Ajiboye and his wife Fumi. We first lived in somewhere around the Butemeta. From Butemeta, we moved to Edimpejo, around Obaniko, where everybody knows Lagos very well. We know what I'm talking about. From there, I moved to Shegun Adebeson and his wife, Afumi Mama. So from Shegun and Funke Adebeson's home in Anthony Village, Shegun was working for Ganifa Emir at the time. This was where I got radicalized and became very close to Ganifa Emir. And I realized the importance of principle. So I moved from there. Simeo is squatter. I was squatting, nowhere to live. So, and my friends were the ones taking care of me. Then I moved to my friend, Biodu Obishakin's house. He passed on just about in the last 2 months. May so rest in peace. He was living behind Tunde Dibasco Motors in Anthony Village and around the Onigbongbo, which is very, very incredible wife. Folake, God will be with you and the children. I will continue to treasure and value what you did for me, because without all these friends, I don't know what I would have become in life. So, There is nothing wrong with it if you have a life of poverty. For as long as God wakes everything up in your life. I consider myself a child of destiny, a child of diversity. That's why I can never hate anybody. When people say, oh, you must hate Tinubu, how can I hate a man who has not offended me? The only difference is that I cannot serve two masters at once. Maybe some people know how to do it. I cannot serve two masters. Atiku Abubakar is the man I signed for. My party is PDP. And why was my party PDP? Because I saw the recklessness of the APC under Buhari. I saw the incredible hardship that our people faced. I saw the terrorism. I saw the kidnappings. I saw all manner of debilitating problems and challenges that Nigerians faced. And I said, Umba. APC does not deserve to come back to power. So I joined PDP. At that time, Peter Obi was still in PDP. We both bought forms to contest on the platform of PDP. He left. And then people say, oh, I should follow Peter Obi. I remember in those days, we all used to fight. They said no structure. I was talking about my personal experience in Labour Party. That Labour did not have what it took to deliver on the presidency. That I leave to history. So people say, oh, I should move. I said, no, I'm not a robot. How can I join PDP and suddenly move again out of PDP? That's not me. Peter Obi and I remain friends, we remain brothers. You all saw him at my birthday on May 16 in London, just, recently. And you can see the camaraderie between us. So people, anybody who knows me knows it's nothing personal. And I'm repeating it here. I have nothing personal against Tinubu, but I cannot work for him because I'm already working for Atiku. So yesterday, some nonsensical people wrote, Dele Momodu throws in the towel. To who? For who? Asiwaju knows me very well that if there is one person who will dump his party to come and join him, it's not Dele Momodu. It is not Dele Momodu. Those who know me know I play my role in politics. It has not, they say, oh, it's because they didn't make you this. Anybody who wants to be anything will first of all go and join that party. I've been in opposition. My adult years, I've been in opposition. This is my first mainstream position. Even when Abiola was contesting, I was supporting him as my adopted father. It had nothing to do with SDP or anything. I had friends everywhere. One of my closest friends, Unduka Baigbena, was in NRC. I was working for SDP. The car he bought for me was what I was using to campaign for MKO Abiola. That's the way we roll. It's nothing personal. And people are saying I must. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you. Look at the book I'm reading right now. This is a book by Baba Konde. This is someone I will call a godfather to Tinubu. Okay? My best friend, Prince Adida Madadiremi, and myself, I knew all our contributions to their party when they started in Osun State. I never went there to ask for anything. I was only supporting my friend, Damola. So people who don't know our history, let me see if I can find it. He was talking about his experience as the governor of Osun State and events leading to that time. While Dele Momodu, a renowned journalist, Baba Konde's writing now, was aiding Damola Aderemi to pressurize me for the deputy governorship slot. I must confess, in the secret of my mind, I was always impressed by Dele Momodu's decorum and preferred to nominate Damola Aderemi, his friend. I personally admired Prince Damola Aderemi. He was a brilliant law teacher and a grandson of Obadesoji Aderemi, the late Ooni of Ife. Damola was also married to one of Obafemi Awolowo's granddaughters. Unfortunately, Damola was not used to Ife politics and could not secure any support from the then leadership of AD in Ife division. So, you can see, we were just selfless people doing our thing. And when they didn't give my friend the deputy governorship slot, we didn't mind. We still continued to support Baba. I have tremendous. I was shocked to see my name. I'm even shocked that he remembers after about 24 years. He still remembers the role that we played. He wrote copiously about his interactions with Damola Aderemi, with Iyola Omisore, with Niyi Owolade, and the rest of us. So, as I was saying, anybody who knows me, so you can imagine this fat book by Baba, our iconic Baba, who is, in fact, is probably the most loyal, the most reliable, the most dependable person to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He knows me, he knows my position. I met him on a flight one day to Ghana, and we spoke at length, and I told him my mind. But anybody who knows me knows that, yes, I love people. But like Chief M.K. Abiola used to tell us, he said, the Bible says, love your neighbor as yourself, not more than yourself. So I cannot love Tinubu more than myself or more than my country. Especially my country. I can't even afford to love him more than myself. I don't mind. I've done many things for him that he is not even aware of. And one day he will be aware of it. The natural love that I have for him. But when it comes to nation building, we must all rise above the pettiness of ethnicity, religion, and pecuniary gains. That is my position.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.